Hello YouTube, this is Deoxys, Lobster, coming at you live. Today I'm going to be doing a Ocarina of Time playthrough. I'm going to talk a little bit at the beginning. Again, this is Deoxys Lobster. You could just call me Lobster for short. Now the reason why I picked this game is because it holds like a deep part into my heart. The Legend of Zelda franchise is my favorite franchise of all games. I've played it for a while. I played it way back when this game was available in Blockbuster. I remember renting it and I got pretty far in it, for my age. And I wanted to, buy it eventually, and it was one of the first games I beat, and it was just amazing. It's an amazing story. I hope you like it. If you haven't played the game before, I hope you enjoy my Let's Play. This is a little new for me, so a few things I just want to explain. I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything, although, of course, this game's been out for so long, so you probably have looked up some things or been exposed to things at some point in general. Another thing I wanted to note is that I'm going to keep it pretty minimal. I'm not going to collect any optional things unless it's something that I really, really want. I'm also going to name myself Link because that's his normal name. Try to keep it as basic as possible. Or, I don't know. It's weird doing that. I am a Lobster, so I'll just name myself Lobster. Kind of similar, right? And like I said, I might explain different things about how certain parts in the game have meaning to me, and I'm going to show some things that are like fast tricks you can do. Again, this is not a speed run, but I've watched speed runs in the past, and there are a few things that I like to use when I go through my runs. So hopefully I can do like maybe one dungeon per video. I hope it's not too long. In the vast deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. I am playing this directly from an N64, just to let you know. I have it connected to a capture card. If you guys have any questions about that stuff, feel free to leave a comment in the video. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. O Navi, the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil power, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now, find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay the world, depends on thee. There's a part at the beginning here where she says,
Hello.
"Hello." But it always sounded like Phil to me, because my brother was named Phil. And that was just one of those small things that connects to me every time.
Hello.
Hello, Lobster, wake up. The great Deku tree wants to talk to you. Lobster, get up. Hey! Come on! Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. Fun fact, Navi means navigation. Didn't know that till recently. The great Deku tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The great Deku tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now. I'm gonna try to do most of the story. There's some things you could skip, like this girl right here is named Saria. She's one of the Kokiri. She's one of the girls that actually accepts you. Yahoo! Hi, Lobster! Again, I don't have to talk to her now, but it's part of the story. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Lobster! Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Lobster. Is that right? The great Deku tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the great Deku tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the great Deku tree. So, I'm going to start collecting rupees and getting the sword. Because to see the great Deku tree, there's a Kokiri named Mido. I think that's his name. I'll find out in a sec. He doesn't really like you. He doesn't accept you, I guess. Because he feels of you as an outsider. But again, he won't let you through unless you get a sword and a shield. So, again, I guess this is something you would find out by exploring, but I'm doing it sooner. Nice. You got the Kokiri sword. On the equipment subscreen, select it on the cursor and equip it with A. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice it before you really fight. I just thought this looked really small, but it's good for it, you know, Kokiri. Now I have to get the Deku shield, which is 40 rupees. So I'm trying to find any place where they got the blue rupees, which are worth 5. And anywhere else I can find rupees. So there's a few, like, interesting places you can get it. I think one of these signs, if you do a spin attack, or a vertical cut, by holding B and letting go, it'll turn into a blue rupee. There it is. Again, just quicker things to do. There's some rupees in the grass. There's a blue rupee behind this house. There's a blue rupee if you jump across this correctly. There it is. There's a blue rupee if you go up here and go across the bridge all the way through. It's not easy to do. I mean, if you're new to it, but I've played this game so many times. This and Majora's Mask. It's always been hard for me to pick between the two because I feel it's like they go together. It's the story, so you kind of have to, I don't know, treat it as a pair. Hi, Lobster, look this way. Look over here with Z. You talk to me with A. I don't have to do that. It's just practicing Z targeting, which is very awesome for 3D games. If you go back here, there's another 5 rupee. Now I got just enough. Oops. So here's the Deku shield. And now I look just like young Link for Melee. Well, once I equip it, of course. If there's some dialogue I skip or anything, just let me know if you want me to slow down in other videos. Things like picking up gold skulltulas and stuff. So here's Mido. If you want to see the great Deku tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. And what's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the great Deku tree, huh? Guy's annoying. Deku stick. We'll use those later. I'm just gonna skip that dialogue. Those are important item for within the Deku tree, which is the first dungeon. Great Deku tree, I'm back. Oh, I guess that's Navi. Whoops. Oh, Navi, thus thou returned. Lobster, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily thou hast felt it. Lobster, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? JK. Then enter brave Lobster, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Lobster. And Lobster, when Navi speaks, use Up-C to listen well to her words of wisdom. So a lot of people say they're annoyed by Navi, but like if you're playing this as a first-time game, I think it's important to learn the controls. And I mean, I played this millions of times, and she still doesn't really annoy me. There are parts in the beginning of this dungeon, well, in the first dungeon, of course, where she'll forcefully cause you to listen to her. You don't even have to press Up-C. Like I think right here, when I go over here. Look at this wall, the vines are growing on it. Give it a rough surface, maybe you can climb it. So again, I'm gonna skip a few things, just because I know the dungeon pretty well. I mean the whole game. There's a dungeon map here I don't need. There is an alternative collective of things called gold skulltulas, which I will collect a few because I do want to get a better wallet. It's just going to help in the long run. So you Z-target that and shield it so the thing goes back to it, the Deku nut. Oh, forgive me, master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll onto the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can't guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you are feeling bold. Wahahaha. So a lot of people are tricked here and jump on that platform. I save it for later as a little fast trick. Again, that's because there is a ladder that you have to hit with this item that I'm about to get. But by leaving that platform there, I can use it as a faster alternative to get back. You got the fairy slingshot. So this will help us throughout the dungeon. And I'll equip a few extra things that I haven't yet. Try to adjust my screen a little better. I feel like some things are getting cut off. Alright, let's see if I can do this. There we go. Don't have to waste time getting that ladder I was supposed to slingshot. Slingshot some of these. Deku seeds, which are different from Deku nuts, which I haven't even gotten yet, which is surprising. Alright, so there's a part coming up where I'm going to have to jump onto a web from up high. I really hope I don't mess it up. Z-target, wait for it to spin and hit its back. I kind of make this kind of like a walkthrough. I don't know. If I miss on things, my mistake. Feel free to ask. Alright, so I have to jump down here perfectly and get into the middle. There we go. First try Friday. Ooh, a Deku nut. So there's a few gold skulltulas here, which I'm gonna get no matter what. I mean, they're kind of on the way. So they're slightly different from the skulltulas I fought earlier. They drop these tokens, and yeah, you will see it right now. You destroyed a gold skulltula, you got a token of proving you destroyed it. So there's 100 total in the game. They're completely optional, but they do help you with certain things. So you want to hit that switch to get that thing. Again, you don't need to get these gold skulltulas, but I'm going to get some on the way. I'll probably just get 10, but we'll see. So there's a small path here that you gotta walk across with a Deku stick in it. And you can save Deku sticks by not moving at all and pressing A to put it away. So I walk over and jump over there. Get that, press A full speed to see if I can save it. Nope, it disappeared. It's alright. Please forgive me, Master. I'll never do it again. If you spare me, I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. Jordan, so 23 is number 1. It always reminded me of Michael Jordan. His number is 23, and he's number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? So again, just small random things I always thought of as a kid. You want to slingshot that eye. Slingshotting eyes or switches is a big staple in Zelda games, as well as lighting torches. She just explained to me how to dive. When you go in water and you hold A, you can dive. There's a switch right over here. I'm gonna swim back, and then the water's lowered, so I'm not going to get hit by those spikes when I get on the platform. Another part where she just automatically talks to you. If you feel like pausing and reading the stuff, feel free to do so. but I'm just gonna go ahead. The action icon means the blue icon. It should be enough. These guys. Probably should get more Deku stuff, but I'm gonna try to save some here. I think I only need maybe like 2 more, which is just the same as what I have. Oh my gosh. There we go. You want to light the stick and bring it to the right side here. That left one is optional. It's for a gold sculpture that I can't even get yet. So. Go down here. Now you don't want to fall off this platform that I'm on until you move down the block. So make sure to do that, otherwise you got a lot of backtracking. Not too much, but we're basically almost end of the first dungeon. So you want to get a Deku stick and jump back, put that on fire, go on this platform, just press the Deku stick button to swing it. If you press A quick enough, you can save that stick like I did. Now we're almost at the end. I'm going to use some Deku nuts in a moment. Alright, so here are the brothers. You want to kill them in order. The middle one first, which is 2. Then 3 here. And then the first one, or what I do is I try to like hit it and then run towards him so that I can catch him before he runs away. How do you know our secret? How irritating. It's so annoying that I'm going to reveal the secret of Queen Goma to you. In order to administer the coup de grace to Queen Goma, strike with your sword while she's stunned. Oh, Queenie. Sorry about that. So some people think this is kind of cheating, but there's this thing you can do on Goma where you hold your shield and press B full speed. You can just do like a lot of slices like that. It does it really fast, and you'll see that it's going to help in this fight. The fight may take longer for you, may not, but I'm going to show you a really fast method of killing her. Goma is a reoccurring boss in other Zelda games. You might have heard it before if you played other ones. So I'm going to click up C and look up. There she is. So I would Z target and use a Deku nut first, and then slice it. Actually, not even Z target, just do that spam thing. Alright, what's going to make this fight super fast is if you can slingshot her eye as she's hatching eggs while it's red. Bring her down and do that RB method I was talking about, holding the shield and just going nuts. Surprisingly, that didn't do it. But sometimes I can kill her in that moment. But that did a lot. You'll see there's not going to be that much. If you don't get a chance to do that, she'll end up hatching some eggs, which you'll have to attack her babies. And then she'll come down and you can just do a Deku nut. Or just shoot her down. But as you see there, that was it. I don't remember how tough it was for me to beat this as a kid. There are a few memories I'll share here and there. Nice heart container. I probably won't collect heart pieces on the way to get more life. I'll probably just maybe get a fairy and just try to see how fast I can get through the game. Well done, Lobster. Thou hast barely demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell you. Wouldst thou listen? Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. Hopefully my face isn't. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in the sacred realm, that one will find a divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirit and life existed, the three golden goddesses descended upon chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Peror, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flame arms, she cultivated land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Pharaoh, with her rich soil, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And gold triangles remain at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis for the world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is now. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Lobster, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt certainly meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. So if you don't know, this is also on the Kokiri shield, the symbol. And it's used a lot, I think, in other games. You got the Kokiri's emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku tree. The future depends on thee, Lobster, thou art courageous. Now be the fairy, help Lobster to carry out my will. I entreat thee, my father. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Lobster. Goodbye, great Deku tree. Ready for everyone. Hey Lobster, what did you do? The great Deku tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. See, if Link could talk, you would tell him something, but he doesn't even go, ah! Well, I'm gonna stop it there. We'll head to the next dungeon in the next video. Again, I'll try to do at least one dungeon per video. If you like this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, and please feel free to comment any recommendations you have for me, okay? I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video. This is Deoxys, Link Lobster, signing out. Have a good one.